Hello, hello. Good afternoon. This is Ramonda Moore Brown. I'm coming today just for a quick moment to talk about something that certainly needs to be addressed, and maybe just a reminder for somebody. Uh, Hold on just a minute. Hello, hello. How are you? I can't see who's on. You know me and this live don't want to do right. But whoever it is, hello, hello. How are you today? Hey, Mother Taylor. How are you? It's good to chat with you. Amen. I wanted to come on today because I made a post in one of the Hurricane Michael groups. I'm sorry. And I love you, Mother. Thank you so much. Hello, Liz. Hello. I think the names are going by, but I thank you for stopping by. I won't be here long. I just wanted to talk about something really quickly and to remind somebody. I have to remind myself. First of all, I'm grateful for this day and the beauty in it that the Lord has made it, and it's beautiful. No matter what, it's still beautiful. Those of us who've experienced Hurricane Michael, and I know some people, I can understand how you're just really feeling the impact, because I know me, I was in survival mode and mom mode for so long until over the past month, I'm really feeling the impact of our life has been flipped upside down. Things are just not the same anymore. But how many know we can't stay there? We can't stay in that frame of mind. Now, I personally am not in Panama City, and I've got some stones thrown at me, and that's okay. But I will say that there's no way at this particular time that my family, as large as it is, can stay in Panama City. The housing market is ridiculous. So I had to do what was best for my family, number one. No, number one is to do what God said, which is come here to Montgomery. Number two, to do what's best for my family. But I found out, I love you. Thank you, Liz. I've been keeping up with you and those grandbabies. But I found out from personal experience that negativity will eat you alive. I was on an interview the other night, and I talked about a cancer that we don't talk about often. We talk about the physical cancer, not to make light of it. But there's a cancer in your mind. There's a cancer in your heart that absolutely eats you away. And it will cause you to turn on life. It will cause you to see nothing but darkness. It will cause you to just be a negative person. And if your mind is in that state, you will only see darkness. You will only see the negative. And no, I'm not in Panama City, but I know I have to start over with these 7 people that are here with me and I'm responsible for. So even on the days when it don't look good, I say it's good. Even on the days when it doesn't seem like it's working out, I say it's already worked out. So you gotta get your mind together or things won't change. Because a blessing can come by, the wind can shift, and you can't even detect it because you're balled up in your anger. How do I know? I have been there year after year after year. But you have to come to a place where you decide, I'm going to see life a different way. I'm not going to see the glass half empty. I'm going to see it half full. You got to see that regardless of what I've gone through, God is with me. I'm yet alive, which means I have another chance. I have a chance. And I'm telling you, the storm was awful. The storm was horrible. But that storm caused me to step out of the boat and walk on water. That storm caused me to walk in faith like I've never done it before. That storm has caused me to face anxiety, has robbed me of 40 plus years of my life. So yes, Michael was one of the most horrible things to happen, but at the same time, it was one of the biggest blessings that could ever happen to me, because it caused me to trust God like never before. It caused me to depend and lean on the God in me, not me, but the God in me. No, ma'am, I'm not in the driveway. The kids are out of school this week. I'm actually here at the park. And I decided to take a minute to do this because the little comment the lady made, it didn't make me mad, but it made me sad, because I remember when I was that angry. Remember when I could not see anything but negative. You could point out a beautiful scene, beautiful picture, beautiful outfit. I would find that one little negative piece. So we have to watch our heart and allow, as Daisy said, our mind to be renewed every day so that we can see the beauty in whatever situation that we're in. And sometimes that requires us to do something different. We can't always wait for somebody to do it for us. God, what can I do to help myself? God, what can I do to change my circumstances? So I just wanted to leave that with you today, that your change is not going to change until your mind changes. And when your mind changes, your body, your emotions, and everything else will follow. But don't sit and wallow in negativity. Don't allow people to crush your dreams by saying it won't work and it won't happen. Yes, amen, Mother Taylor. Guard your heart, because whatever's going on, you're going to say it. And we don't want to miss this. God has given us an opportunity for a new life, a fresh wind, and we don't want to miss it. Amen. I'm not in the driveway, but this is your encouraging word for the day, because God is amazing. And as I look back, I hadn't really mentioned the hurricane, because I see, people are tired of hearing it, but that's okay. What we went through, we should have been dead. It is an absolute miracle that more people were not dead, because there were many other people in their homes just like mine, as their house is being ripped apart. So we have something to celebrate. We have something to be thankful for. And my kids are doing Kidspiration, so y'all help me with that. Help me to share their page, to like their page. We're working on YouTube, but it's just so much going on. We're doing it day by day. But Kidspiration, the things that come out of these kids' mouths, I say, you know what, I'm going to put it. The bishop went and got his hair cut. And this week has been a real week of, let me back up, a week of gratitude for our family. Because I remember 2 spring breaks in a row, I couldn't do anything with my kids. I remember that I didn't have the money to hardly feed them, much less take them somewhere and do fun things. So we've just been in a state of awe of how God has really been blessing us and taking care of things that I would normally be worried about. But the Lord reminded me that many of the things that are coming now and manifesting is because I was obedient, because I did leave. Somebody else was required to stay, but God told me to leave. I stayed in Panama City. I was right there with my parents. I took care of my mom until she literally took her last breath. My assignment was complete. My father right now, thank God, today is healthy, and he's there, and we're back and forth. If I don't go, even my daughter go, and all is well. But you got to live your life, and you cannot stop living because of what somebody else says. And sometimes you have to clear the slate. Now, I never mean throw people away. I never mean, but sometimes you have to just guard who you're listening to. And during this hour, during this season, I promise you, you don't need negative Nancy's in your life. It will cause you to stumble. It will cause you to question. I found myself questioning everything I ever knew. And I knew that God told me. God told me to get every one of the children one by one. The Lord told me what to do. But I listened to some negative people, and I found myself doubting every single thing. 12 years. My baby will be 12 in April the 26th. 12 years. I doubted 12 years of decisions. Hello, Tanya. Love you, cousin, sister cousin. 12 years of decisions because I let somebody speak into my ear. So I encourage you today to be resistant. I am drama resistant. I am negativity resistant. I can't allow it in my life at this time, because I'm going to tell you something. When you get out on that water, you get out of that boat, and you begin to let things grab your attention, you already know what happened to Peter. Okay, well, the further out you go, the further out you go, the scarier it can get. Let me say that again. I'm sorry. The further out you go, walking on the water, the scarier it can get. So you have to keep your eyes on God, because you will look back and go, oh my God, I can't go back. I can't go back. What am I supposed to do out here? So keeping your mind on Jesus, keeping your mind on the promises that he made you. Some of y'all, when y'all were a little kid, he made you some promises, but guess what? They are still going to come to pass. I don't know if I have a hurt kid. Okay, no. And just know that he loves you, that he has a perfect plan for your life. And as I talked about the other day, it's like a mosaic. When they're placing things, you cannot tell what in the world they're doing. It actually appears to be chaos, but as they keep putting those little tiles together, they will see that you will see a beautiful masterpiece. And that's what God is doing with your life. God is creating a beautiful masterpiece with your life, Tanya, with your life, Liz, with your life, Carrie Lynn, I'm sorry, with your life, Mother Taylor, so that others can see and others can see and wonder how in the world, and you can witness that Jesus brought you through it, that he made a way out of no way. And so this week in our family is absolutely a week of reflecting and being grateful for the little things that God has done for our family. Like I said, even my son's being able to go get a haircut, and his kidspiration, I think I was working on it, is something like, we have to be grateful for the small things, because there was a time, 2 spring breaks in a row, that I couldn't even go get a haircut. I barely could provide for them. So we have to sometimes look at the small things, and then you will begin to see the big picture. Amen. That God is providing, even those that are there in Panama City. You have to look at it as God is providing, because every one of you are still alive and you still have an opportunity. But you know, your mind is set is everything. It's the beginning of you coming out, or it is you staying in that same situation of doubt and unbelief and anger that will just make your whole life dark. So I encourage you today to change your thinking, and your emotions will follow. Your life will follow. Doesn't mean you're not going to have hardships. It doesn't mean that you're not going to have tragedies, but it means that you know that Jesus is walking through those tragedies with you, and that he will be there to carry you through. I love you. God bless you. Monday morning, I want you to meet me in the driveway. We're going to begin our new series of encouraging word right there in the driveway, as many of us women do before we go in the house to deal with our families, our children, or whatever the case may be. We all often stop and take a deep breath and think or do whatever in the driveway. So meet me in the driveway on Monday. I love you. God bless you, and have an awesome day. Remember, be encouraged, but most of all, be made whole.